Why? Order. Shit. This is where Edgeworth bites us in the ass, even though we actually are trying to defend his dumbass. But this is certainly an unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime that which the statute of limitation runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah! It's obvious. We should hold a trial right here, right now. We tried a man for this crime of 15 years ago. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to spit, so because my throat's clogging up. I think I would like to take the 5-minute recess. During this time, I'll consider an appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. Okay, well, at least take a break. But damn it, Edgeworth! December 28th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, pal. I mean, you killed your dad. I didn't want to believe it myself, detective, but it wasn't the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is a murderer, no matter what circumstances. This is crazy, just crazy, pal. Huh? Nick? What are you doing, huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court records once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. But what are you talking about, pal? We just admitted it. He just admitted it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right there in the court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove your innocence, trust me. Right. We owe it to you for that, at least. This will determine everything. Determine our friendship, determine everything to at least make sure that you're safe. You know, safe and not guilty. Then I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin hearing his testimony. Then, even though pointless, let the defense do the cross-examining. The statute of limitation on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though unconceivable for me, I'd like to run this by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. This is correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth is telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. The only thing she can really do now is pray. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought the memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the event. Bah! The same claim Mr. Yoki has made. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Let's see, the only thing that struck me as weird is this. The day... no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I had to prove you wrong again. Objection! Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. But that doesn't make sense. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. Objection! You do enjoy tracking out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it is on. Which page contradicts the testimony? This. The victim data. Look at the victim data on this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Gotcha. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was accidentally fired when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired the second shot? Objection! Your Honor, I'm sure you are aware. The incident occurred 15 years ago and the evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when the second shot was fired. It might have been fired that day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I mean, what? Okay! Anyways, I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot has been something to do with the case? Yes, it has, actually. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible! Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have any evidence on the second firing of the pistol related to the incident? Let's see. This one. Take that! Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see the victim lying there as Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So, let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please, get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction to the photo. Okay, with this contradiction... I think it was... let's see, Alright, I think this would work. Take that! As it should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murderer weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired the second shot. Gotcha. Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory's heart, and the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright. But who could have someone else be? The murderer, of course. Or the Texan. I knew, I should have stepped in before your vile fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary, that's on page 1. Look what was written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. Huh? If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. The second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Mr. Gregory Edgeworth's life was the only fired by his own son. That is the truth of the matter. The whole truth. Fuck. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Oh god. Order. I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite correctly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fire was not found. It was highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. About that. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense claim. Tisk. I praise the judge for this wisdom in this matter. God, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick? If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjunctures are for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it. You said you would do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought the 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired that killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick? Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No, Your Honor. No, I don't. Sorry, I burped. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no. He's confessing. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There were so many things I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright, I have an objection. Objection!